Hey everyone, welcome to the MatMadik cast channel. Okay, let's just jump right into this. Nobody recommended this for me. I just saw it on my feed. Bryson controlled featuring An0maly, the music video. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it. What you got to say, Bryson? Very cinema, okay.
They always offended, it's often admitted. I'm all independent. I irritate those awfully wicked. Wait, pause for a minute. Bryson, why you causing division? I loved your music, now you're homophobic, all for attention. They say I'm only popular because I'm controversial. But is it that your favorite rappers all with pop commercial? Y'all got Spotify to ban my songs. I guess my topics hurt too. And do y'all miss real hip hop because this the time reversal?
Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to appreciate Bryson more. You know what? Sorry. It's a shame that I started to react to Bryson ever since he did his Little Bryden also. After Mr. Lowsy Lows, and then there's that whole back and forth. I gotta say, it did kind of it's kind of a blessing in disguise, the whole issue, the whole bickering between him and Loza. But hey, oh well. That is to say, all publicity can be good publicity, kind of. But anyway, here I am today reacting. So let's just listen to what the hell he's saying. It sounds pretty good. This beat, Mini Black intro, hilarious. Homophobic, eh? It sounds like he's one of these. Now listen, I haven't even heard him talk that much, but I love him. Right now, if this is a song that, again, I'm just checking him out for the first time, I haven't really got that much to reference to as to what he's saying. Just right off the bat, what did you say that's homophobic? Is it one thing I'm not always keen on is when rappers start talking about things. They start talking about what they're doing rather than doing the actual thing that they say that they're doing. So, for instance, people are saying that you're homophobic. Tom MacDonald would say something that is considered to be homophobic, and say people say it's homophobic. For instance, they say you're homophobic if you're against, I don't know, if you're against calling out kids sexuality from the age of 4, or who are saying that, or who's wait, in fact, no many kids are saying that they're homosexual, but I mean, it's a horrible concept. Namely because sexuality should have nothing to do with children. Anyway, but hey, let's say if a parent was to say a child was gay at the age of 4, then that would be, and then somebody was to take issue with that, then the person who would take issue with that would be classed as homophobic. Now, if Tom MacDonald would actually use that scenario in the song right off the bat, and then say people say homophobic if you say that, but right now I don't know what Bryson Gray is referring to. People, and then he's talking about like so many artists went pop commercial. Give us an example. But again, I imagine he's just setting us up. Let's just let the song play out. So far, I haven't got much cases and points to refer to what he's talking about. Okay, here we go. We just right off the bat. Now he's finally just talking about the baby. Just give us some names. Let's go back a bit. Okay, there you go. There you go. He just said it right there and then. Promote violence. Yeah, exactly. What was I going to tell you? No, thank you, Bryson Gray. So the opening line you just said there is just something just to get you wondering, okay, what are you talking about? And now he just went and said what it is he's talking about. What's with these coffee stained t-shirts, or what's that blood? I don't know. You guys looking like Sam Jackson and John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. Yeah, the baby. I mean, to be honest, that name the baby and he used to go around wearing diapers is all the more perverse also. I mean, arguably. I'm just picking at hairs here while in the era of hair picking. Or pulling at threads. Yeah, it just goes to tell you, you attack LGBT but promote as a if the deep state, the Hollywood media machine protect LGBT, especially in but particularly in communities with very proud masculine guys, albeit the black community, the community of blacks. Anyway, or this good old strong, patriotic, traditional dudes. But and then they allow the baby to promote things that are detrimental to the black community. It just shows you that they got it out for blacks. Anyway, and this classic communist projection. They turn around and say that you're doing so if you take issue with what they're saying. Anyway.
Promote violence and drugs all on his CD. But he'll get canceled if he ever offends LGBT. I know everybody hates me, but I also know they need me. But they cancel me because I don't succumb my freedoms freely.
You don't succumb. Freedoms freely. Lovely bars right there. And saying the bars while they're all just in static image and just speaking with a stone face. It's very it's quite dramatic. Again, this whole thing right here just gets you curious as to what are you referring to right here. Even this look, what are you referring to? Maybe some reactors have picked up on whatever he's referencing earlier on than I have. Don't succumb your freedoms freely. Yeah, boy, giving your freedoms away, sleepwalking into your own demise. Sleep talking into your own demise is hilarious. It's about the Matrix. Maybe that's what they're referring to. Nah, I doubt it. But people being so helplessly plugged into the system that they'll defend the system that enslaves them. Boy, oh boy.
Hey, hip hop wasn't always like this, bruh. Believe that rappers wearing dresses and calling each other sweetie. Well, somebody gotta say it, huh? Why can't it be me? Can I say screw Dr. Fauci? Can I say screw the CDC?
Yes, you can. Hip hop won't always like this, indeed. And I made a little comment on Upchurch talking about the rebel flag being an interesting thing to promote. I mean, I'm gonna share a link to my wife's podcast, YouTube podcast coming soon. The on the Chicago World, she's going to talk about Japan's and America's governments. It's very informative. The United States is always supposed to have a system whereby it's supposed to protect people's rights to rebel against the system, wherever to become too tyrannical, i.e. the First Amendment. And of course, the Second Amendment is supposed to protect your rights to speak out against this, because of course, information is what needs to be being able to give information freely is what we need to defend. What is under attack right now is information, as they want to keep people in formation, and the deep state that is, and they want to attack people's rights to defend themselves, because when words fail them, they just go to physically assaulting people, and that's what you need to just turn around and say, no, you stop right there. To screw the CDC, yeah, and Fauci. Bryson Crazy indeed's a champion right now. You just keep bringing out these truths, and those nutcases will just get what's coming to them. Let's just go back a touch more, people. And you're talking about rappers calling each other sweetie. Those idiots, i.e., I'll just drop a name right now. What's his name? Kid Cudi, and idiots who want to play along with that nonsense right there, wearing dresses and going insane. Little Yachty. The more they keep playing along with the system and just try and get by and keep their money, the more they expose themselves. It's a bit like Jackie Chan siding with the CDC. The CDC, might as well be, but the CPP, CCP, CPC, whatever. CCP, Chinese Communist Party. It's a shame with what Jackie Chan had gone and done there, but hey, maybe there's more to it. What the hell is going on with Jackie and people like Jet Li that meets the eye? God knows that they've represented truer values up until this point, but when you're deep in bed with these people and you're going to sign on the dotted line, you go and do things that look all the more humiliating and ridiculous and contradictory to the pure people, the fan base that they relied upon to get where they are. and it's just gone ahead and burned their bridges. They made their beds, sadly, but thank God Bryson said to fill the void that they will leave once they are eradicated. God bless you, Bryson. Let's keep going.
Say it high. Why can't it be me? Can I say through Dr. Fauci? Can I say through Dustin? Uh-oh, Bryson, tone it down. You know we need your voice. God of the world. Well, that's an easy choice. Who has to for some white guy in a BLM face mask? Playing my music, screaming everything that I say is bad.
Hilarious King Crown he's got right there. Blurred out the guns. Bryson's pretty cool. Why is he wearing that? Why is he wearing that robe? I wonder what that symbolizes. But yeah, hypocrites and the Black Lives Matter. The people, you know, the message: people who scream the loudest have the most to hide. Not to say that screaming is a bad thing, you know. We all could do a bit of James Brown now and then. Anyway, but when the deep state is trying to scream the loudest, essentially making their tiny voice seem as though it represents the voice of many, while it's really a small set of people's voices boosted up by a megaphone. But their actions are still speaking louder than those words, contradict themselves all the time in the process. Then all we need is somebody like Bryson to just make his statements with his quiet voice right here. They just unravel all that they purport to fight for. God bless you, Bryson. Now, and God bless you and your guns, and that dude right next to you with your guns. I love me some guns right now, thanks to people like you, man. Growing up playing GoldenEye, I'm thinking to become the real thing. Anyway, let's keep going.
I can't bow down to the mob cause I'm too real. I can't be controlled cause I don't need a deal.
Hey, hey.
Going way too far, you need to chill.
Hey.
Sorry, I don't really care about how you feel.
Do they care about how we feel? Oh boy. Keep it going, Bryson. Hey, let me just get rid of these subtitles for a second. Second, using it to cheat because sometimes lyrics go right past my head. Trigger warning: explicit content. Oh boy, who's that guy who actually got these little explicit content things going in the first place? Wasn't it Mr. Miso Horny? Baby Got Back. The guy who made that video. Oh, lovely long time. Who is that guy? Oh well, you know the rapper who got this explicit content thing made in the first place that people started putting on videos. Too bad he missed a trick and he didn't copyright or patent this or trademark. Sorry, that's the word. Trademark this sign in the first place. He could have been being paid bucket loads ever since. It's been plastered all over raps. Parental advisory stickers. Oh boy. But hey, trigger warning: explicit content. Listen, one of you guys, Bryson, if you're gonna, I recommend somebody just going to tangent, but somebody please trademark one of these signs going forward. People start putting all over their artwork, and charge it for, even if you charge like a minimal fee for using that trademark. Boy, it's something. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to tangent right there, but just giving a shout out to capitalism. Anyway, and missed opportunities. Let's keep going.
Hey, I can't bow down to the mob cause I'm too real. I can't be controlled cause I don't need a deal.
Yay.
They say you going way too far, you need to chill. Sorry, I don't really care about how you feel. I resurfaced on purpose, I'm Houdini. Now,
oh my gosh, it sounds, guys, An0maly sounds just like him. Anyway, he surfaced the Houdini.
I ain't going nowhere like I'm Tim Pool's beanie. I got permanent sermons and words that can burn through a genie. I could perfectly search for the serpents and fly like an eagle prey.
Tim Pool's beanie. Houdini, and you got sermons, mate. Preach, you be looking like Jesus right there. Feeding the 5,000 with your... Oh, wait, no. I've got bars about sermons I want to save for a song if I do it myself. But, dude. And you pray Jesus next line you say? Keep going. That's catchy.
Jesus, your favorite rapper is satanic. In the place it ain't safe to be straight magic. Play patterns in your face till your brain scrambles from bass sample. Can't handle the heat, then get away from the flame candles.
Ah, man. Hypnotized with these bass samples. That's why it's so darn important that these artists and this is what's great about meme culture. You just reverse all the stuff that is there to program people and enslave them. We take it and we undo it. I love meme culture for this. It's what we've done, people. It's like, check out my video on my homepage. So many things that are so many iconic movies that have moments in there, like I'll Be Back, or even lines such as sorry, I'll Be Back by Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably the strongest one in my head. But so many movies that have had memorable quotes by deep state players, like, in case in point, An0maly, who's indeed a deep state wannabe so-called Republican, but just is a rhino. Mr. Screw Your Freedom, you know, his works up to this point could be used for good by us patriots who take clips of what they've done, repurpose them and meme them and take them going forward. The Red Pill, which, you know what, I'm going to check out The Matrix 4. I understand this is a woke movie that, it's been classed as woke by people who have been running their project wanting to reclaim the Red Pill, which you can't do. But hey, I always trust that the Matrix movie just may have some messages that are good for guiding society into as of where we go next. So yeah, I'm considering checking it out. But hey, anyway, rappers like An0maly. He's the anomaly in the Matrix. Hey, Jesus, Matrix, Neo. Anyway, and then you got Bryson Gray. Hey, might as well be Morpheus. It just take things that have been considered to be, that have been designed to perpetuate people in their state of bewilderment, i.e., rappers, mainstream satanic rappers who got people in a daze to the nonsensical songs that are just wasting their time, well, arguably, and saying nothing of use, and glossing over their depraved living conditions, and making them think that they're cool for doing so. But you got these artists right here, An0maly and Bryson Gray, just undoing all that with true true, I don't want to say rebel, but true patriotic fashion to just bring back what we're fighting for. Here's one, and by the way, I'm not always keen on the word rebel so much, unless I'm wrong, but let me know, people. The word rebel tends to just be about being against the system, and I'm like, that's all well and good, but what ends up happening is that people who are just against the system, so to say, and I know the system is supposed to be the system that is not by the people, but is to control them. People are just fighting power. They can even end up fighting power that is actually of the people, just that appears to be of the system, i.e. Trump. Some people say F the president no matter what. But when Trump's president, I ain't saying F the president, just make sure that what we are fighting for with is what we're doing together is for something, not just fighting against something, but fighting for something, and make sure you never lose sight of what you're actually for in the name of being against the system, the deep state system in particular. But anyway, enough of my ramblings, let's keep going.
Don't quote this song, just say a prayer to the Holy Cross. I flip like motocross, cause the music in Photoshop. My flow is cold and hot, it's like Noah's Ark next to molten rock. So when I'm focused on being close to God, I can open locks.
I'm just gosh, something just went straight over my head. My flow is cold and hot. It's like Noah's Ark next to molten rock. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess Noah's Ark was indeed protected from that stuff, while the Earth is engulfed in some crazy levels of water.
Next to molten rock, so when I'm focused on being close to God, I can open locks.
And again, look at he's on right here, just taking the open locks. It just reminds me of Drake, right? Drake's album. What opening locks is like when Drake said nothing's changed but the locks. And he's all these little coded bits of language that rappers use when they talk is like a meme per bar. The thing is, it tends to be for people like us the most. And like, I guess I'm married to my Japanese wife, and I love her very much, of course. I'm saying, and she's very into rap, but I'm like, boy, I'm wondering how to explain to her what's going on. in some of these bars, the messages that we rappers convey, when they're super hyper coded like this, they end up just being for a certain sect of people. But we can simplify it. We talk in symbols to outdo this as the deep state's attempt to talk in symbols. And the deep state, as David X said, talks in symbols, in symbolism, because that's the language of the subconscious. They just want to get into the back of the mind and program people that way. We undo those programs. We have what you call, if what they've got is ransomware, we just got the anti-malware. That's not anti-malware. We've got the remedial programs that just kills you of that. But anyway, sorry, I'm just going on some tangents. I'm getting too coded myself right now. Let's keep going.
Big Pharma must be lobbying rappers cause they be telling you injections partying after.
Back start lining up, as Samson said, they need to shut that ass up.
Kids are dying from the fentanyl while popping the Xanax, and now want our friends to die with every part of this chapter. That's why I flip the script, hit the drip, get a grip, sedative, chill. Drink water, think smarter, ink artists sit on the quill. They want black to keep the cycle on and white to hate themselves. So can't you tell they want us all in camps and both to stay in jail? Don't let.
Thank God for people like these rappers, man. Don Lemon actually praised Australia with what they're doing to people right now. Thank God for their uprising around the world, man. Boy, oh boy. It's like Bryson was saying just a few bars ago. People are rising. Sorry. I don't want to keep just referring to obscure bars right now. I'm already probably sounding a bit hard to follow, so I'm going to try and keep what I'm saying as clear as possible. Rappers celebrating people dying from drug abuse to the point where, yes, people are abusing this so-called vaccine, which is a drug that does anything but vaccinate people. At the moment, big pharma's farming rappers, big farm, you might as well call them. Well, hell with them. Anyway, but no, you know what? The whole point of free choice is to even give people we trust the judgment of the people, like Boris Johnson saying in Britain now. We've only gone and poisoned you with a bunch of stuff in the meantime, but hey, if you manage to survive that, good for you. The whole point of free choice and free will is that you need to be able to look at absurd choices and not have certain choices hidden from you. So you can exercise your free will and choice in the process. As of what's in the process of making your choice right now is to have light or darkness. Look, it doesn't make you a bad person if you've gotten vaccinated, so-called vaccinated. By the way, I'm not trying to bash. I'm just trying to say, as Jesus says, it's not what goes into you that corrupts you; it's what comes out of you. The real issue is more than even just taking this so-called vaccine. It's not so much in that you've taken it, but it's that you've agreed with something that if you give it proper thought, doesn't even make sense on the surface. That's the whole point of this right now. I could eat some food that has been laced with something bad for me. It doesn't make me a bad person if somebody's going to spike my food, you know. But it would make me complicit in my own deterioration if I know that somebody spiked my food and they've effectively told me that, but they were going out and just told me to just go and do that, and expecting me just to come to their demand due to some sort of social pressure. If I just go ahead and ignore everything that I know it doesn't work in my best interest, and I just do it anyway, and it's one thing if you do that just if you have no other choice, and if you're back to when I want to, but if you turn around and agree and have a Stockholm syndrome response deliberately, then you've effectively corrupted yourself. So that's what the issue is right here. Even if you've gone and drunk the Kool-Aid, and somehow survives up to this point, if you can just realize what you've gone and done is not necessarily to your best interest, in your best interest, and from here on out, decide to just make decisions that are in your best interest, and realize that you have the choice to make the power to make this choice. you'll gain your self-respect back and you can move forward. That's what this whole thing's about. Reclaim the narrative. Anyway, let's go. Of your life. Oh, was a gun just there a second and they just went and blurred it. Let's see if I can see it. Oh man, I missed it again. Let me try and catch the people. I gotta observe the caliber of the pieces that they're carrying. This video looks very funny, by the way. But let me know what the whole point of the suits with stains on them is all about. Oh, that's not it. I want to keep those subs on. Where's the speed? Sorry, people. I must slow it down like a weirdo. No! I missed it again. One more time. I'm going to slow it real down. I'm going to catch the caliber of that Glock. Come on. Come on. Who does this in the reaction video? No! I quit. Who cares if I missed the Glocks? The whole point of flashing it in your face is that it was supposed to, again, impact your subconscious. Hence, using symbolism to impact the subconscious. Whatever. What's the deal with these letters? They look like Squid Game shapes anyway. Did I miss the gun again? Whatever. I'm going crazy. I'm going to do it one more time. Yep. The gun flashed. I need to react to that thanks YouTube video. Alright people, that was a bizarre reaction from me when I came to me slowing down the video. What's the deal with these shapes? These PlayStation buttons. Men in Black. I thought so. And then they're gonna neuralize you. Oh, there you go, he's gonna probably, there you go. Going to black. I loved it. People, catch you next time. Peace.